It wasn't pretty, but I'll take it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Buffalo. Coming into this game, the Buffalo Bills were heavy favorites matched up against the Atlanta Falcons. At home, they were favored by 14.5 points. However, they were going to be going up against a very desperate Atlanta Falcons team fighting for their playoff lives. And though Buffalo won by 14 points in this game, it was far from an easy win for the Buffalo Bills this afternoon, as they ended up trailing 15-14 heading into halftime. Now, Buffalo found themselves trailing at home 15-14 going into halftime, but the big story in this game was, of course, the play of Josh Allen. He struggled big time in this game. Statistically, this may have been one of the worst games in Josh Allen's entire career. He was just 11 of 26. That is 42% completion percentage for 120 yards. No touchdowns through the air, and 3 interceptions. Allen threw just his second career red zone interception in this game on a play where he rolled out to his right and tried to throw back across his body, a play that we have seen him do multiple times. However, this play gets tipped and intercepted in the end zone and ultimately leads to 7 points for the Atlanta Falcons. Allen came back on the very next possession and threw another interception late in the second quarter, in which it looked like Cole Beasley just either stopped running on his route, maybe got a little bit of interference on that one. However, Allen throws another interception, and that leads to another 3 points for the Atlanta Falcons, giving them the lead heading into halftime. So at this point, Josh Allen has thrown 2 interceptions, leading to 10 points for the Atlanta Falcons. Allen would throw a third interception in the opening drive of the second half. However, in this game, he showed tremendous grit, determination, mental toughness, and leadership, in my opinion. If that's something I'm going to take away from the game, it's the leadership, the grit, and the mental toughness. Having thrown 3 interceptions in this game, he did not try to go above and beyond and start playing what we all term hero ball in this game. He didn't, even though he wasn't throwing the ball particularly well in this game, Josh Allen decided he was going to use his legs to help the Buffalo Bills win in this one, and he ended up carrying the ball 15 times for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. So even though Josh Allen was not getting it done through the air with his arm, the fact that he has the mobility to be able to help a struggling offense with his legs is something that not many quarterbacks can do, and something that Josh Allen decided that if he was not going to beat you with his arm today, he was going to beat you with his leg. He didn't play outside of himself. He played within himself, and I thought that even though he struggled passing, he did show tremendous leadership and ended up helping the Bills win, going away by 14 points. And though the Buffalo Bills pass game in this one was not very good, an encouraging sign heading into the playoffs as the Buffalo Bills clinched a playoff spot winning this game is that the run game over the last several weeks has started to come alive, and not just Josh Allen running the ball, but the running backs, especially Devin Singletary, have really looked strong as the weeks progress, as we get further into the season. Singletary is really taking control of that RB1 spot for the Buffalo Bills of late. And in this game, he ripped off a bunch of very good runs. He looked strong, he looked confident, and he ended up finishing this game with an impressive 23 carries, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this game. He had a fantastic game. He looked great all game long, and he continues to improve seemingly game after game, and he rushes for his second 100-yard game in his career. Also, a great sign heading into the playoffs is that the Buffalo Bills defense continues to be dominant and continues to be one of the best defenses in the entire NFL, bar none. The Bills allowed just 265 total yards against them in this game. They also held the Atlanta Falcons to just 1 of 4 in the red zone in this game. And the biggest takeaway from this game for me was that hopefully the pass rush is starting to come around at the absolute perfect time for this Buffalo Bills team, as they registered 5 sacks, including 4 from the defensive line, who has struggled to put pressure on quarterbacks all season long. In this game, the defensive line also was in Matt Ryan's face all game long. They registered 8 QB hits in this game, a bunch of pressures, and those 5 sacks. So the defensive line and the Buffalo Bills as a whole played a very, very strong game. I think the most impressive player to me in this game defensively was Harrison Phillips. Now, Phillips finished with 4 tackles, 3 QB hits, 1 sack, and a fumble recovery in this game. He is starting to look like what we all thought he might be when he was a 3rd-round pick a few years ago, and then he injured his knee. He has come back this season, and as this season has progressed, he has looked better and better and better. He's getting into the backfield. He's disrupting the run game. He's pushing his guy back to collapse the pocket and giving other guys an opportunity to sack the quarterback. If you want to look at a play, you look at the one where he collapses the pocket and Greg Rousseau is able to get a strip sack. That's the one where Harrison Phillips ends up recovering the fumble. Fantastic play. Even when he's not getting to the quarterback, he is disruptive. When he's not getting to the running back, he's closing holes. He is playing absolutely fantastic football for the Buffalo Bills. Now, winning this game, the Bills get into the playoffs for the 3rd straight season and the 4th season in 5 for head coach Sean McDermott. And after 17 long years of being a Buffalo Bills fan and seeing them miss out on the playoffs year after year after year, we have been treated to some of the best football that we have seen in literal decades for the Buffalo Bills. I think who would have thought that when Sean McDermott was hired that you could say that in 4 of the 5 years the Buffalo Bills have made the playoffs under this head coach. Just an absolutely fantastic job. The Buffalo Bills have also won 10 games for the 3rd straight season. The only other team in the AFC that has done that is the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe they have done it for the last 7 years. So the Buffalo Bills are in good company when it comes to where they are heading. As we go further and further on into this season, the Bills are seeming to start to play the brand of football that we all knew they were capable of, and it could not be happening at a more perfect time, as the Buffalo Bills have just 1 game remaining. If they beat the New York Jets next week, they will be the AFC champs back-to-back years for the first time since the mid-90s, and it will just be an absolutely fantastic accomplishment heading into the playoffs for the Buffalo Bills. It will give them a better seeding in the playoffs, and it's just a very exciting time to be in Bills Mafia, to be a Buffalo Bills fan. We are in the presence of a good football team for the first time in decades, and it is just absolutely stupendous, fun, exciting, tremendous, whatever other words you can use to describe it. It is just a good time to be a football fan here in Western New York. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you like what you are watching, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. We talk UB Bulls, men's basketball, and football. We talk Buffalo Bills and Buffalo Sabres. I do videos just about every single week on this page. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic week.